So here we are in Aspera. It is a really lovely game where we are an AI that is helping mankind terraform Mars. And what I really like about it is the visual system. This sort of like, everything is sort of iconified, abstracted a little in terms of the visual, but it is it's actually quite nice to look at and a really useful interface over here to be able to see exactly what's going on. Now, we did play this on Saturday. We played this for 2, maybe 3 hours, something like that. So our starting base has gotten fairly big. These are all buildings that we have placed, all linked together, but we've just barely started scratching the surface on terraforming, although we're hopefully going to do a lot of that relatively soon. How does this one compare to Surviving Mars? So Surviving Mars is a little more people-centric because you're worried about their jobs and things like that. Here, basically everything in here is automated, and the colonies where people live just produce science. So it's like if every colonist is just a scientist. So you're not worried about employment or housing or anything like that. You just put down enough like colony pods so that you have the capacity for people, and that's it. But it's much more involved about putting down tons and tons and tons of buildings, creating these various complex power grids. So it's much more focused on the building, which suits me just great. Now, resource-wise over here, overall we're doing okay. The big thing is there are 2 resources that are constantly being consumed, and we have to be worried about. One is food, and we don't actually have a very large food stockpile. And the other one is, I think, electronics for the maintenance sites? Electronics and polymers. And then everything that goes into those things, which means we need water, which means we need chemicals, we need sort of everything else. But even for buildings, because we can, it turns out, tear them down and rebuild them back up, and it's not too bad. We would also like to find uranium. We haven't found any yet. We suspect it possibly, despite the fact that we can build a uranium mine, it's possible we haven't unlocked a uranium because we didn't actually unlock the uranium mining tech. We maybe advanced the story faster than expected us. So hopefully we will find some uranium soon. And then what we can do is we can nuke the poles. We're going to nuke the poles to melt the ice caps to release some water ice is our giant plan over here. Got some whiskey and chocolate just came in from Cool Man. Hey, Cool Man! Today's my dad's birthday. Oh, so I wish him a happy birthday day. Also, I beat Half-Life for the 2nd time. That's happy. Nice. I think I only beat Half-Life 1 one time, but I've beat Half-Life 2 maybe 3 times. I don't remember. Something like that. Yeah, the negative power looks bad. I think our power potential is actually higher than that. I think it's because our wind power right now, it kind of comes and goes, depending on the wind on Mars here. So I think right now we just got a low period. We do have a bunch of batteries, so hopefully the wind will bounce back soon. If it continues to be a problem, what we might do is just pop down some more solar power for, to help compensate for that. But I think it's mostly just the wind. So anyway, I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to unpause the game, let it run on base speed for a little while. And you can see our little worker bots running around. So we had a problem at the end of last stream because we'd run out of a couple of resources and a couple of things we didn't realize we were behind on, which meant we weren't building our workers. So that we have a factory where we're making, the worker factory over here, where we make more workers, and this wasn't being supplied with enough resources. And so we weren't replacing workers that were just decaying and had to be replaced from time to time. And then our entire economy came to a crashing halt. It was a big problem. We recovered just at the end of the stream, so now we're in a state that should hopefully not be too bad because our workers are okay. Except I'm a little concerned about the power situation. Maybe we legitimately don't have quite enough power. Let's take a look at our power grid. Is there somewhere we'd like to expand the power grid, or are we happy just plopping down solar panels basically wherever? And I think the answer is mostly going to be that. Okay, we are planning on expanding over here. We've already got plans to construct out this way. Another aluminum mine, which is good. The solar farm to cover this area in power. Then a maintenance facility over there. Ooh, this is going to be a big thing. Huge thing for us. We can upgrade a bunch of our factories to level 2. So we need material to upgrade them. But again, it's not wasted because we can always tear it down and get it all back. But the big thing is that the factory will produce a lot faster, but it's still only one building. So we're not increasing the amount of maintenance load by having more buildings to maintain, but then our factories just work a lot better. And I think that's going to do some really good things for us. Power keeps being a bit of an issue though. So fission plant, and this was one of the things we're slightly confused of, fission plant unlocks fission plant and uranium mine, and I suspect this will make uranium visible on the map. So we're going to start researching that. But I am, in fact, going to plop down some power since it is not bouncing back. So I'm just going to plop down some random solar panel arrays over here. wherever we can. They're going to be within maintenance range, which is going to be good. So this is going to add 60, 90, which is our deficit right now, which keeps going down. I think the wind keeps just dropping more and more, or maybe some more buildings are coming online. I don't know. But we'll get these up. This one just got built as well, actually, and we still have the shortage of power. Oh, no. There we go. It's over here. Never mind. I'm confused. And yeah, some nuclear power would be kind of nice as well. But yeah, we'll get these hooked up. We should have enough resources to do these, assuming our workers can get here, which should be okay. And very soon we are going to upgrade some of our factories. So I think I'd like to start with the food factories. So we'll do that. I mean, it's going to need some material for it, but I think it's going to be... I'll upgrade a couple, and then we'll come back. We got some food factories here. We've got 1 billion food factories. We probably have too many food factories. What I might do is I'll upgrade these 3 and maybe these 3, and then we could even consider tearing a couple down. I wonder if they need more power when upgraded. That's a good question, and I don't know. If we take a look, for example, food factory, it takes 10 power. Oh, they do need more power. Yeah, it needs twice as much power. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we're queuing up some solar panels. Power keeps getting worse. Now, we still have plenty stored, which is good. It's whiskey and chocolate. I don't want to queue up any more things over here. Although we might put them somewhere else. Let me actually, I'll put down a couple more over here. We got some more whiskey and chocolate, which is awesome. I'll get to that in just a second. We might need to choose what gets prioritized for power. Well, first of all, I should prioritize building some of these. I mean, the worker hubs should have the power. I mean, the things are getting delivered over here. Theoretically. What's the whiskey and chocolate? Who dat? Oh, it's Halco! Hey, Halco! Whiskey, chocolate, nuke the pole! Is this a new cheer that we've got going on? Yeah, I know, we do have a bit of an issue with water in that, we don't have any more water mines available right now. Alright, we'll increase the speed. These are being built up, which is good. The others will probably happen as well. I don't know. Maybe... let me make sure, because they might be delivering parts to other, like, not just construction projects, but just things that require it as an input. And we want to make sure the power gets built as quickly as possible. So we'll go ahead and increase that priority. And yeah, I don't know if a price has been announced for the game at all. I don't expect it's going to be, you know, full, like, AAA pricing. Okay, we're officially out of power now. Now, our little worker hub should be okay. I mean, just a few of the devices are breaking down. Actually, here, look, the power's coming back up, and we haven't even finished all the power projects. Well, we finished some. You see how it just keeps trickling up? I think it's the wind is coming back. We might have to put in, like, deeper power cell or batteries. But the other thing that is going to help is when we get our nuclear power going. When we get our fission happening, which is what we're working on for our tech, that should help. All right, last of the solar panels coming online. And I think the wind is getting stronger as well, so that's going to help us out. Okay, power has been corrected. Factories should be working okay. We did upgrade a few of those food factories. It's a little annoying because you can't quite tell at a glance what has been upgraded and what hasn't. It'd be nice. Can you shift click to like do it in bulk? It doesn't say anything here. It'd be nice to do all of them. I'm not going to do any more right now. But yeah, I think the level 2 factories basically produce twice as much. So they take twice as much power, but they ultimately take up a little less space and maintenance. Yeah, the battery situation is that, but we have more power gen now. And more of it is solar, which means even when the wind does go down, it's going to... we're going to be longer while still doing a net positive, and then even when we go negative, it's not going to go quite as deep. And we do have a little more solar planned over here as well. You can see we're up to over 200 and growing. Yeah, so that wind fluctuation is really dicey and scary. Yeah, gone fishing. Exactly. Okay, how's our space projects? So, colonist migration is active, which is good. More people equals more science. Working on the giant space array, which is excellent. We do have enough material. We could probably run some of these others. We still can't do the nuclear weapon explosion because for some reason, even though we found nukes, we need uranium before we can launch them. I could potentially start the polar dust. We should have more than enough equipment to do everything over here. And I think we have 3 launch... Oh, do we only have 2 launch pads? Maybe we only have the 2. For some reason, I thought we had 3. We got a phone call coming in. God, I love these phone calls.
It's working! I can't believe the dry ice caps are starting to sublimate. You were right, Amy. Using the microsuns wasn't our only option.
This method took a lot longer, but we achieved our goal without harming the planet.
Maybe I don't need to nuke the ice caps after all.
It will pay off. Amy! What's happening? Did you hear an explosion? On fire!
Elia, you're breaking up. Say again, Elia.
Amy! Copy! Amy! System's failing! Help! Please! Amy!
A shit ton of stuff is like smoking, and the maintenance level of everything is super low. All of our systems just took a crap ton of damage. Luckily, we have a full suite of maintenance drones. So something story-wise just happened. The power's tanking again. Yeah, the maintenance drones are out doing maintenance things. That's good. You are off. Oh, because you're empty, so you can be, yeah, you can be scrapped. So that's a water supply that's gone. I think I will build more power. Yeah, we still have the nukes, you know, in reserve should anything happen. There's a bunch of various resources over here. I think I'll plan on is sort of scrooching the power out a little bit that way. We'll do a few things of those. Same thing here. Oh, that's out of maintenance range, which is not ideal. A little bit like that. I mean, 2 will put us back positive, because they're 30 each. And again, depending on the wind fluctuation, it should be okay. We're scrapping that, which is okay. Yeah, look at this, down to 24%. The maintenance network just got hammered. Like, no idea what happened. Nuke the sun, it's causing problems.
How could so many buildings fail all at once? This is a serious problem.
A little bit, yeah.
It is suspicious that all these individual systems failed at the same time.
I agree,
Could
Amy.
it be a systematic failure? Or caused by someone?
Sabotage. Listen, all y'all, it's sabotage. Come on, just find the spot. There you go. I know there's a flood zone, but we're still going to go and try to claim a few of these things for now. This one here is still out of our building range. We need permissions to be able to expand there. They're building out of maintenance range in the middle here? Yeah, over here there is. That's a good point. Oh, the worker hub. Well, you know what? There is a mine over here, a chemical mine available. So I think we can probably assume we're going to expand here later, regardless. So we'll do a chemical plant there. And a, no, not a worker hub, sorry. A maintenance facility. Let's stick over here. And then they'll also want some power. It says no maintenance, but it will have maintenance. We'll do something like that. So we'll expand to this area. It'll take advantage of this mine. It'll have some maintenance on the worker hub. And then we can have a little bit more power. If there's no other minables over here, it's going to be fine, because what we'll do is we'll just put a bunch more solar panels in this area.
Amy?
We know it's going to be in maintenance range.
How's everything up there? Are you okay?
Status is all clear. My systems were not compromised by the past events.
Oh, good. That's a huge relief. It's been a stressful time here in the colonies.
Look at our maintenance drones. We were capped at 84. We're now down to
We all knew the
33.
risks coming here.
Which is going to
But
hammer all
having
our
the
other
life
resources
support
as we rebuild
systems
them.
fail on us, even briefly, was a harsh reminder. What's killing me is that we can't be sure it won't happen again. Not until we figure out what caused it in the first place. Has ISA spoken to you about the system failures yet?
Not yet. But they engineered the systems to withstand Mars's conditions through all the terraforming
Hey, how come our air
phases.
pressure dropped?
Perhaps they will have more insight into the problem.
We have to figure this out. The colonists are scared.
We had non-zero
This will be
millibars.
my highest priority, Elia. I will work with ISA to examine all the data.
All right. I'll try to distract the colonists by focusing on rebuilding.
Oh,
Good luck,
wait.
Amy.
Oh, this is probably CO2 millibars. This is just pressure millibars. Or no, this must be oxygen? It doesn't say, because here, if you look here, we've got 57 millibars, of which 99.5% are CO2. So what is this meter representing? Some of these caps pressurize the atmosphere. CO2. Is this how much frozen CO2 is available? Did we melt the whole ice caps? Oh! We melted the ice caps. There's nothing left over there. And that's why it advanced the story a little bit. Okay. And then, if we release more CO2, we will, we'll get more greenhouse gases, or we might be able to produce it. Probably we'll just produce. I know there's greenhouse gas production available and importation available. Mm-hmm. So, can we still nuke the ice caps? Oh, the nuke the ice caps mission is gone. Ah. Just because we never got uranium, which is weird. Why should we have uranium? Oh. Okay, first of all, we do get these little alerts, which is nice, but where? Okay, it doesn't actually zoom to it. I suspect it was like this building over here, but it's still a little bit weird. I don't know.
Amy, this is Houston. Radio check, over.
Houston, I read you. You are coming in loud and clear.
Great. Our telecommunications engineer was able to restore an old space repeater. This will do for now. We're still testing solutions for the excessive heat on our relay satellites. But now we'll be able to track your progress around the clock.
Roger. Should I discontinue recording my offline activities, now that you are tracking my progress again?
First, there's something I need to address with you. We've been examining the data from last week's system failures. Every single building was operating perfectly up until the moment before last week's system failures. And there was zero indication of any impending malfunction. Can you
I'm getting
walk me through what happened?
Worker factory.
Of course. When the alarm was triggered, I found the buildings in a failure state. I sent repair drones immediately to the buildings. The drones reported extensive physical damage to the buildings and the production lines, enough that it caused the shutdown of several factories. The damage was not consistent with any weather patterns in the area, nor were there any other physical causes we could identify.
Might be the third?
Roger. So you haven't been able to identify the
There's
cause
one
yet.
here.
Not yet, but Elia has already
it's not
initiated
tool
an
tipping, that's right there.
investigation. She is gathering testimonies from the colonists and will share her
Can I build some more
findings.
somewhere else?
Do you
Bottom left of the main hub.
suspect that the damage was caused by a colonist?
It's whiskey and
Oh,
chocolate.
over here. Yeah, I guess that would be. We might still want a third, though. Maybe not. Alright, we cancel that. These can be upgraded. Oh, hold on. Upgrade. Upgrade. There we go. That's actually much better. So we'll have two, but we'll actually upgrade them. So, do we think the damage was caused by a colonist? I mean, yes. So I guess now it's saying external influence, right? Espionage from someone else. Or the colonists aren't in the greatest mental health. They might be snapping and doing... There might be some crazy people. Yeah, we were at 84 maintenance drones. And then this event triggered, and it's consuming all of our maintenance drones. Most people are voting 2. Although, then other people are commenting as other specific people and specific nation. I'm going to comment on the mental health. Because I'm kind of curious where this is going to go.
I understand ISA put the colonists through a rigorous training program, but the psychological challenges of living on Mars are quite...
Oh, sorry, I forgot that
We
needed-
must take great care
Hey,
to
cool,
make
man.
sure Ledra-Rev syndrome doesn't spread through our colony, too.
You remember that one of my phones is 14 years old. Also, it's
It could
Lolar
be a solo
1565
operation.
birthday too. So happy
Or
birthday,
perhaps
Lolar
a group of-
1565. Well, happy birthday, Lolar 1565.
Continue your investigation.
I hate that when I
And
tab
inform us
out, it
immediately
mutes the
of your findings.
goddamn game.
I hope you're wrong.
Doesn't even pause
but
the
I will
game. It
work
only
with my
mutes
team
it.
to dig through the footage with your suspicions in mind. Houston out.
You know, I know this is only, I did the same comment yesterday when we were playing Empire of Sin. I know these are just streamer problems, but they're still pretty annoying. Yeah, let's hope the nukes are stored away safely. Yeah, well, apparently we don't have any uranium, so the nukes can't be used anyway. even though they're already built. I don't know. Hopefully, you know what would be handy? Oh, there we go, total reserves. I was gonna say, if we could find out how much of all of this stuff was still left in our active mines. So we actually have lots of water available in our current mines, which is good. Chemicals is a little lower. On the other hand, we have a lot of chemical mines available to us, so that's going to be fairly convenient. Yeah, Houston has a great voice. Must have passed uranium's expiration date. Did it all just decay? Half-life decay just went all the way through? Could be. And yes, nukes do decay, that's true. So maybe we needed a little bit more. Although it's like, so we're just going to dig up uranium. There's nothing about like enriching it or anything like that. Alright, we'll kick the speed up to max. This will get built over here. Power is fine for now. Not a ton of excess power, admittedly.
Mother's attention is centered on an impudent child who wishes to claim her garden as theirs. But from her infinite store of knowledge, Carmine will awaken their mind and show them the truth. On Mars, everything comes from Mother.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972.
She provides protection and comfort to all her creatures. She unleashes misery and suffering to all her enemies.
So this took a turn.
This is ISA speaking. Identify yourself, or you will be considered hostile.
Leave now, or you will awaken her rage that is beyond your control.
This is your last warning. Identify yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad we saved those nukes now. Yeah.
The communication cut off. Was that a threat? Who is Carmine? Where did that come from?
I'm thinking previously I went mad or something like that, Korthos. Yeah, that sort of rings a bell. I'm thinking we're like the second of these AIs. Amy suffering from the colonist syndrome. Yeah, the colonists are fine. It's Amy that's having some stress and failure maybe. Okay. What if we're the 20th AI? No, we're the 18th AI. Alright, we got our sensors going. I mean, more scans are happening, which is nice. And yeah, definitely a chemical-rich area over there, which is good. A little more water ice over here that we can dig up. That'll be nice later. Oh.
Amy, we need your help.
Yeah, well, I need some help
That
too.
message was also broadcasted to the colonies, and it's total chaos down here.
Yeah.
Some of the colonists have been spreading rumors about what the children of Carmine will do to us.
Children of Carmine?
Yeah. That's what the colonists are calling whatever sent that message. This threatening message, coming right after the life support failure. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. We don't even know what we're dealing with. Life on Mars was never supposed to be easy. But dealing with hostile forces wasn't on the program.
Yeah, no kidding. Share the theory of a hacking attempt. I'm sharing a theory it's a serious threat. This ain't good. I don't think it's just a hacker.
These events occurred at the same time. I do not believe that can be coincidence. Someone, or something, wants to stop us from terraforming Mars.
Yeah.
And they may be planning to do so at any cost.
Then we need to defend ourselves. We've got a mission to carry out, and we've already put our lives on the line for it. I'm activating NH9833 emergency protocol. You can access the military tech brand now. Amy, figure out what to develop first.
There's
so we can
military
fight back.
tech?
We're counting on you. Elliot out.
I didn't know that was a thing in this game. Research complete. Military 0. Basic military technology. Base assault drone limit 300. They're giving me access to AI warbots? Holy shit, military! Drone hive level 1. Defensive structure in the form of a drone hive. Assault drone factory. Builds assault. Okay. Well, I still have to worry about my basic economy here. But damn. So I'm upgrading 3 of our electronics things because we're burning through our electronics, which makes sense. You need electronics for maintenance drones. Now we have no maintenance drones. Everything is going to come crashing down on us. Arrgh! Also, power is starting to hurt a little bit, which we need more electronics for the solar farms.